you. Good morning. See if that lets you accept the record. Okay, great. Take a moment to put your hands at your heart and take an inhale to go up. Breathe in and even into a slight back bend. And we're going to catch our hands at the top, and you can go over to a side into half moon. If you would like to take this foot over, you can. If you would like to add a bit of rotational movement, you can. Just let it be a wake up to the body. Inhale. And go up and over to the other side. Your foot can cross. You're lifting up like you're going over a fence, and add your rotations. Breathe in. Stretching, opening up your sides. Inhale. And then bring it back to the feet underneath your hips, the hands coming down, and then open up. Take the arms open, lift up your right toes, take them to the same wall that your right hand is facing. Stretch out over the leg, and then let your hand come down wherever it is fine. The top arm, we're actually going to take a few circles here. So lift up. I like to spread through the fingers as well. Inhale. Exhale. And now you can decide along that way, where would you like to hold your triangle? Maybe here, vertical, maybe over your ear. And just stretch that whole side body. 10, and then the underside of your leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take an inhale and come up. Now once you're up, you can come into 5-pointed star. Lift up your other toes, face them the same wall that your fingers are facing. Stretch out. And then you'll realize you can't go anymore. It's kind of like your bones run into each other, and then your hand comes down. Now the top arm, big reach circles, big, even slightly behind you if you want. Stretch. At least 3 of those. You're welcome to do as many as you want. And then you're going to hold that arm position in a place that feels like a great stretch. So hold, breathe into that rib cage. 10, good. 9, 8, and posture may change as you're here. Maybe something releases. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take an inhale, and then exhale, push up. Let your arms go out, and the toes are either straight ahead or even slightly internally rotated. Take an inhale. Exhale, come down. Now to modify, you see I even softened my knees. You might need to soften your knees or bend them slightly. Your hands can come to the ankles and pull. Inner thigh stretch. Let the hands come underneath your shoulders and in between the feet and hold. Third option, interlace the fingers at the low back. Let the arms fall over. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale halfway up. Once your blood pressure feels adjusted, go all the way up and even to a small back bend here where your heart lifts, your elbows squeeze together. Breathe in. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hands to your heart, and you can step or walk the feet together. Land softly. Beautiful. Take a sip, and then we'll do a little down dog. So you're meeting me back on the mat and probably having to change the orientation of yourself on the mat. So inhale, lift up your arms. Exhale, let your hands come down. Let your feet go back. Walk out, down dog. And if this doesn't serve you, you can go to your forearms. Bend one knee, bend the other. Bend one knee, bend the other. Try lifting your heels at the same time and lowering, and lifting and lowering. And then holding that down dog. And then let the shins come down and you do an inhale up dog and an exhale down dog. So you're still waking up that spine. Breathe in, exhale, articulate, and your knees are down and you're just, you can come to all fours, Karen. Yeah, and then cat-cow, you got it. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Now you can keep doing this, or if you would like to take it a little step further, you go down dog, then lift your heels, and then articulate your back and go into up dog. So you could do this in a down, knee down position or in this down dog position. Breathe in. The intention is that you're waking up your back, that you're articulating each part of your spine. The intention, flexion and extension of your back. One more. Breathe in and exhale. Now, shins down, briefly touch child's pose, arms stretched. And then we're going to go to the forearm plank where you stretch your legs out. Hold steady, 10. Breathe in. Turn side plank. Hold steady for 10. Stretch out through your top hand. Breathe in. Lower your hip and then go to the other side. Forearm on the mat, arm up. Breathe in, 10. And lower. If you would like to take reverse table, you can, which is bent knees, feet on the floor. If you would like to take reverse plank, you can. 10. Take an inhale, lower your hips, take the arms up. Exhale, go forward and feel the back of your legs stretch, just 10. And then bring your legs into a mermaid position, also called triangle or double triangle. The left foot could be towards the right thigh. The right arm can be towards the left knee. Now, this is a lateral flexion. It's okay if you want to play around with different angles. There's a little different stretch when you rotate down. Cross your right arm. Yeah, cross, yes, that's it. Inhale, you got it, Karen. And then this arm that's in the air goes behind you and rotate, look over your shoulder. I'm gonna look at you, but you're probably looking over your shoulder. That's it, 10. Facing front, take a double triangle the other way. So we're just switching our legs. Try your left arm, Karen, to your right knee. Yep. That's it. So this arm goes across the body. The other arm is up and over. It's almost like someone's trying to pull your spine up and over. put a pillow underneath that leg or stretch it out as a modification. This arm that's in the air can go behind you. Now it's like you're trying to look over your shoulder. I'm gonna look at you, but you're probably looking over your shoulder. Yeah. Breathe into your upper back. And then come back. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're gonna meet in a down dog. When you're in down dog, put your left foot on your right heel. Try to stretch that one leg out a little bit more. Take the other foot down and try to stretch that leg out a little bit more by putting the foot on the heel. Take both feet in down dog, both heels press, inhale. Come up to your hands, halfway position like a table, stretch your back. Also, you're assessing your blood pressure here. If you need more time, stay. Then go up into a back bend, inhale, and then bring your hands to your heart. Lift and spread your toes. And I'm going to step off that thick mat. Lift and spread your toes and take a tree pose. One foot up into a position of where the legs in a little opening for the pectineus. Now you could take a cow face here. Right arm can pat yourself on the back. You could also just interlace the fingers at the low back or leave the arms up. Breathe, be tall, gorgeous. There it is. That's it. And we're going to make the transition part of the balance posture. So try to move your hands and stay balanced. Then try to lower your foot and stay balanced. Great job. Lift and spread your toes. Take the other side. Here we go. That could be your position. And you can also change sides with your arms, or maybe even take an interlaced finger position, or reverse namaste, or arms up. Soft jaw, soft eyes. Yep. Great, guys. Take another inhale. Now your transition is part of your balance challenge. So you're moving your hands, there you are, and then you're moving your leg. Really good. Lift and spread your toes. Now take this is called Warrior 3. Take the right leg back, and a modified would be a diagonal, but if you want to keep going, go to parallel, add on arms overhead, balance for 10. Take another inhale. Now exhale and slowly bring your hands together at the heart. And the other side, lift and spread your toes. Now you reach back diagonal. You might keep going to parallel. That's a harder position. You might take your arms overhead. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently come back. Your hands are at your heart, and then take a moment to notice how you feel. Good. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're going to do pyramid pose. Now Pyramid pose is right leg forward, left foot back, kind of like 3 to 4 feet apart. Your arms, we're going to add on another one of these 3 circles. Breathe in and try to make it as big as you can. 2, 1 more. Inhale. Now your hands can interlace, or you could do reverse namaste, or you could hold on to your elbows here. So there's a shoulder opener, and then you exhale forward. You're balancing. This is a balancing pose, but also a hamstring lengthener, like strengthener. The left hip steers forward and the right hip steers back. Take another inhale and push yourself up. Do a little back bend here, heartless. Inhale. Now the back foot is going to land softly next to the front foot. Hands come to your heart and Samasthi Tahi. Notice how you feel, and now take the other leg back. So this time the left foot's forward, the right foot's back. Take big 3 circles, so as big as you can, big as you can. Stretch. 2, inhale, and then let your hands meet behind your back, either interlaced elbows or namaste reverse. Bring your inhale up to your chest, exhale, forward fold. Now your gaze is changed so that your neck feels like it's in alignment, ear with shoulder. I'm looking at my toes. You might just notice where you tend to look for ease in your neck. But everybody looks good now. You're breathing. Yep, nice, Michelle. Subtly, your muscles start opening up, and you notice the shoulders might open, or the hamstring lets you go deeper. Take another inhale. Notice how that feels. And exhale your way up, and even into a slight back bend here. Your heart can lift. Nice inhale. Let your hands come back to your heart. The feet are going to try to land softly, and then notice how you feel. Samasthi Tahi. Gorgeous, guys. Open up into 5-pointed star when you're ready. Lift up your toes and take them towards the same wall your right hand is facing. Bend the right knee a few times. I sneak in these little pre-movements. It lets you get some circulation in a joint. It tells you what's going on with your leg that morning, and it sort of tracks the knee with the second toe over the heel in this case. Now open up the palms, and you're in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. You can look over that hand. I'm going to look at you though. Yes. Yes. And just, Karen, pretend to have your left arm, and I pull you back just a millimeter to get your, yeah. So it's like your spine, yeah, that's it, Michelle, you did it too. And your spine is vertical. I know there's a tendency to want to go over. That's going to be a different posture, so we'll get that one in a moment. We're going to, at this point, take your back hand to your back leg. So up and back. There it is. Now, even though your attention is back here, your front knee, we want it to stay on top of the heel and not drift in. That's a big cue for healthy knees. All right, anywhere your neck wants to be. If you look up and it's fine, great. If you need to look straight ahead or down, then it's okay. Breathe in. Notice you may change the posture, but your knee doesn't change. Your knee over your heel doesn't change. Good, and you're never pressing hard on that back leg, you're just gently touching. Now inhale, go up, pass through the warrior two, pass through Virabhadrasana two. Probably your forearm's gonna be on your leg. If you feel like you wanna go lower, you certainly can. 10, good, 9, 8, 7, stretching, 6, try to take that top shoulder blade on an imaginary wall behind you, 5, 4, 3, 2, now inhale, and on your exhale, push up, and here you are in warrior two, straighten your legs, hands at the heart. We're gonna even it up, so open up your arms, and it's always nice to check, if my legs slid out, you can adjust them here. So yeah, make an adjustment here where it's easier. Now your left knee, try a few of these. What's the leg doing? That muscle right there, the VMO should be on. Now it's gonna stay knee over the ankle, and arms palm up, look over that left hand. Your torso's in the middle of your legs. There's no tension in your neck. This area should be free, yeah. There's that, you did it on your own, you kind of like went like there's a wall behind you. Another cue I like is there's a golden string pulling your crown up, so it just makes your spine light and long. Okay, you did it on your own, that was wonderful, terrific. You got it, yep, that's the right place. Kind of makes your upper back feel more open. Take your back hand, go up and back with your spine. Now the arms moved, the torso moved. The front knee did not. Breathe in. Yeah, you've got that maybe 90-degree bend in your front knee. Breathe in. Yeah, so you can sink into the quad of that front leg. But the knee doesn't drift in. Yep, isn't that nice? It kind of feels stronger in there. And you can see how much focus I'm putting on stretching our sides for posture. Take an inhale. Now let that top arm go to either forearm and thigh, or if you want to go a little lower, you can. Top arm goes over your ear. Breathe in. You can see why this is called extended side angle. You're extending from middle finger to outer edge of your foot, from arm to foot, hand to foot. Take another inhale. Now the transition, exhale, go strong up. Straighten your leg, toes forward, hands together at the heart. Step or walk the feet in. Ooh, Samasthiti. We're gonna take a sip. And I am glad that you guys are drinking. I notice you drink sometimes when I don't cue. Good, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Hands at the heart. Now I'm going to turn sideways for this one. Actually, I'm going to be on my thinner mat. Go right arm up and around, hold on to your foot. So I have a really thick mat in general for when I lie down or I'm on my side, and then it's harder to balance on. So it's okay if you need to change up what you're on as well. So then this is a thinner mat. Now you can have on dancer pose, and you push the foot into the hand. I'm going to turn to look at you, but your gaze is probably down. Yes. Nice. Enjoy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now inhale. Come up to standing, which is Samasthiti, hands at the heart. Inhale, your other arm goes up and around. You are holding onto your foot, reaching your other arm forward, breathe. You may add on. Nice, guys. Open up the hip, neck is soft. Take another inhale here. Exhale your way back, hands towards the heart. Take an inhale, open up the legs. Now, in 5-pointed star, lift and take your right toes towards the same wall that your right hand is facing when you stretch out. Now, at first, just shift towards triangle. This may be what you want to do again, and you may feel like, oh, it's a little easier, it's a little, I'm going to take a different arm position, but I do want to offer another pose. Right fingertips to the floor, and then your right hand and your right fingertips are on the floor, but you're stretching your left leg up and your left arm up. Breathe in. Inhale. Now, softly let the foot land 4 feet deep. Open up the arms, turn the foot the other way. The option is, yep, nice, Michelle. I love the yoga block as an option. So soften the knee. I should have said it earlier, so thanks for doing it. Now, oops, I should have gone into triangle first. And if you want to add on, you add that fingertip down and then lift. The modification would be that your fingers are on a yoga block, or that you're doing the triangle, and that second run through usually feels a lot better. Breathe in. Softly land back. Now hands to the heart, feet forward. Take the feet together, hands at the heart. Grab a sip, maybe back here. Good job. We're going to take one of my favorite Madrasana poses. So you're going to inhale your arms up, and then exhale, come down. Now when you come down, shift the feet back, down dog, and the side Madrasana is either side plank on your hand with your top foot back, or you can do a side plank on your forearm and just modify that way. Every now and then, I do want us to have some hand flat poses, because if you were to fall, one of the commonest fractures is the Coles fracture, where your wrist breaks. I want us to have a little bit of used to us being strong there. Now come up sideways, side plank, or the top foot goes back, or the forearms on the floor for side plank. Modified Madrasana. Take an inhale. Now exhale, can go to your shins, and I want to show you a forearm stretch. You're putting the top of your hand on the floor. Do you see how I'm doing that? Yep. You went right to it, Michelle. I think you remembered it. So see if you can, see if you can feel the top of your forearms. You're using the floor. Oh, yeah. Awesome. You can also flip it and do the underside of your hands. Yeah. Good. Yep. Before we add on, we're just going to do a little hold hands and massage. Good. Nice. So now there's another way to stretch our forearms. I'm going to have us tilt the screen down for the belly down. I'm going to tilt the screen down at least. Yeah, Karen, I might have a better view if you tilt yours. So when you're down, you're going to Act like there's a piece of ice underneath your belly and lift up. Then your hands can help you up and hold. Breathe in. Hold. Yep. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Good, Jean. So we're gonna go down for a moment and then come up again. Inhale. Come up. Exhale, lower down. Come up again. Inhale. Really good. Lower down. All right, hands at the hip bones area. Lift up your hips, or sorry, lift up your torso, lift up your arms, lift up your legs. Add on a possible interlace finger position. Come up. Relax and go up again. Inhale, lift. Child pose, press your hips back. Rest your arms forward. You can curl your toes under if you'd like. Take a sip of, and then we're gonna do a slow roll down. Grab a sip. And a slow roll down, seated. Make sure you have enough mat behind you that you can have your back comfortable on the floor. Roll down and maybe about 10 counts. Your knees are bent, but as you go down, you may have to walk your feet out a little bit more to counter pose. Or counterweight the fact that your torso is getting lower, legs a little longer. Now full body stretch, arms long, inhale. Shift through your waist, that's a good QL release. Let your hands come down to the floor and let your feet be flat on the mat, curling up your spine up and down. Bridging, 2, 3, 4, really think about the low back too. And hold the 5. Now, with your hips in the air, you could interlace your fingers and walk the shoulder blade flush more underneath you. Release your arms, lower your spine. Now one more of these bridges, but this time touch your arms, lift them up, and take them overhead, but rest them on the floor still. Now curl your spine up, bridge. Yep, maybe a field goal pulse, maybe a Y. Hold your bridge up, your hips are up, breathe. I like to close the eyes and add even more depth to the parasympathetic response. Breathe in through your nose. The belly expands, the diaphragmatic breathing helps the parasympathetic system. Take another inhale, lower. Now, right ankle to left thigh. And let me tell you too, if you want a pillow and that helps you reach your leg, it's easier without your neck feeling straight, please do. This is, there's no I don't know how to say it. There's no shame in props. Like, use props if you want them. This is the time to stretch the body without any stress or tension, even mental stress. I don't remember the stats, but there's some stats on how often we as humans tend to be in a fight or flight mode. And so what we're doing is resetting the nervous system to our natural place of wellness and calm. And then when we do that, it's easier to note when we're accidentally in that state during our day. We remember how good it felt to be in a calm place, and it's easier to bring ourselves back. So just soak it all in while you're doing these yoga exercises, how good everything feels. I do like a little rock on this pose, rocking back and forth. So you might find what you like. And then take the other ankle to thigh, reach your hands through, clasp the fingers. That way you don't have to work hard when you catch your leg. You don't have to work too hard. The interlaced finger position can help you. Just hold it. If you'd like, rock. Ten, 5, and then lower that left leg down. It's going to stay really long. Your right knee is going to be bent, but you just take it across your body. I like to scooch the hips so that they are stacked. The left hand keeps that leg in place, and you're going to let your right arm do some circles again. You could have a gentle challenge of try to let your fingertips touch the floor whenever they can. You're going to leave the arm out like a T or Y and feel the chest open. Feel the upper back open, the waist, the hip. Yeah. We're going to take another inhale and take that other leg down long, right leg long, left knee over. Now your right hand is going to be on that thigh. Your left arm can draw some circles. And then it's going to stay out like a T or a Y. Your right hand helps that knee just kind of stay in place like a paperweight. You look that way and the eyes are closed. And then gently bring it back. Now realign your spine. Right ankle to left thigh. Reach your hands through, and you can just fall over on this. So your right foot ends up being on the floor. Your right arm goes out. This is the teapot. Your left hand can even push that thigh away. That should feel like your low back and your hip is getting a great stretch. Hold here, and your chest and shoulder is also. Press that knee away, or that thigh. Five, and one. Now you're gonna come back, and your left ankle is gonna be on your right thigh. You're gonna fall over, and your left arm goes out. And then notice how that feels. Gently come out, and the feet are gonna be wider than your hips on the floor. Now drop your inner right knee down. This is what I call Tinkerbell. Then your left ankle goes on top. Nice, Jane, great. So all these hip stretches should help your back feel freer and clearer. Exactly, Michelle, that's funny, I was just thinking that. I'm like, this is probably what all this stuff was what released your back earlier. So all these hip stretches have this awesome benefit of the low back feeling better. It's really funny how that's, it's like if you can stretch out the hips, there's a good chance you can help the back. So this is just a really nice way to get all of the different hip muscles, all these lying down ones. Now, as you exhale, you even feel some of that letting go. Now your feet are going to go back on the floor wider than your hips, and then let your inner left knee drop, and you can pick up your right ankle and help that paperweight, it's like a paperweight, open up the front hip. Breath, it goes low. That's it. You feel like I can feel the low back getting longer from rib to pelvis, and the top of the thigh stretching. Breathing. We're gonna take another inhale. And as you exhale, take a full body stretch. Now you can reach through your arms and reach through your legs. And then I'm going to offer that we use a foam roller or a yoga block. Anything that gets your hips up a little bit. Also, a Dynaband or a Pilates ring would be nice to have here so that you have this item to help you in a sacral lift. My yoga block's in the other room. I did yoga in the other room, so I'm going to use my foam roller. But any of that will work so that your hips are higher. Now, when you lift up a leg, you feel that more hamstring and more psoas. And this one's a big one for the back too. I like a Pilates ring or a Dynaband to help me not have to work so hard in the leg up position. Yep, nice, Jean, great. This pose keeps going. Your leg will drop more, your other leg will lift more. The leg that's in the air could even go across the midline a little. And the leg could open up a little. Now you can switch it up so that one leg, the other leg's in the air and one leg's down. And you may have to adjust your foam roller. I do, yep, I do have to as well, yeah. All right, so it's comfortable, one leg pours. So just see what you noticed. My right hip flexor is clearly tighter because it's pulling my leg over to the right and in a more bent. So you just notice stuff when you're doing this. Yeah. And maybe take the leg over a little bit. Out hamstring, outer hamstring. Maybe that leg could go out a bit. Now, let that go, and your feet can both go long. Now again, you may have to, or your knees can go long. You can be on the foam roller, you can be on the block. There's a just double psoas release. Breathe in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide the feet up and then barely lift it to a bridge so you can move the block out. Notice how you feel in your sacrum. Ah. And then we're gonna take a upper back release, so you can use your foam block, you can use your foam roller, or you can use a pillow. But then you go into, it's also called supported fish. You heard of restorative yoga? It's a position, you're in a prop held position. So a pillow under your upper back, a foam roller under your upper back, horizontal, or a block. Yeah, now your head may need a pillow or a block under it. Your legs can be stretched out, but you may need a pillow under it. You can even do bound angle with your feet together here. Just find a comfortable place to let your upper back get the opposite position of how it normally is in life. Breathe into your heart, open your heart. Now, when you're ready, you can put one hand behind your head, and it's almost like you're giving yourself an ab crunch for your neck, help your neck out. Now, let your body go long for a moment and see how it feels on the floor. It should feel a lot flatter and sort of like a feeling of letting go. The next one, because I know we all have foam rollers, is lie on your foam roller, sacrum to upper back. Now the arms are like a T or a Y or a field goal, some kind of opening. And your knees could either touch and the feet be wide, or maybe you do a bound angle here. Just find out what you need to relax. Notice how the arms are lower than the torso. We're in a great gravity assisted pose here. Slowly with care, roll off. Oh, everybody looks good. Look at those shoulders. The last one for our foam roller assist is to put the base of your sacrum on the floor and then put your legs up in the air or on a couch or somewhere that's they're higher than your heart. That's it. The low back starts to release here. Breathe in fully and let yourself bask or bathe in that feeling of calm. There's nothing that deserves your attention except for just fully refueling your cup, giving a blessing to the highest good to your cells, your mind, your spirit. It'll do that naturally just with focusing on the breath. Breathe in. And then slowly come off of there. You're going to come up to a seated position that is comfortable for you without any effort. Just lift up through your spine and take a moment to have your hands on your heart. So take a moment, and we're going to give our heart a blessing to the highest good, our body a blessing to the highest good, our mind. And usually my meditations are us giving the directive. I'm going to just offer right now that you listen to your heart and that you're just listening. You're just opening up the lines of communication to see if your heart has anything to say to you. And then just notice if something came, wonderful. If nothing came at this moment, you're still opening up the lines of communication, and you will receive messages from yourselves all during the day for your highest wellness. Just as easy as take a drink, go outside, get some fresh air, stretch, like your dog just stretching after it's been on the floor. Your cells are always honoring your highest wellness. So we'll just have an intention that today I'm going to listen to my heart. They're advocating for my highest wellness and peace, and I'm going to be in communication with them with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Good job. I hope you feel amazing. You look amazing. Bye, guys.